Alright, so the video I have today is me doing a little bit of refrigeration. I kind of just still learning a little bit. I do a little bit of stuff at my wife's store. So she had a cooler that was her prep table that was completely out of refrigerant, so I charged it up, cleaned the coil on it. And then I had to go back to a mobile home that I was at last week, I think. I unhooked 5 kW because the breaker was tripping. It wasn't, the wire and the breaker wasn't big enough to handle that. So we went back today because the breaker was tripping again, and I found out the wires going into the breaker were loose. The breaker was getting way too hot. So I tightened those up, and then I also learned the difference between the RES rating and the LRA rating on contactors. So I learned something there. Something I'll have to pay a little bit more attention to in the future, but if you're not learning something every day, then you're not working hard enough. You're not doing your job. So in HVAC, you're going to learn something every day, regardless if you're doing service, installs, anything. But so that's what I got today. I'm gonna get hopefully I'll get better at refrigeration. I've done a lot of her coolers and they're still running and doing good, except for that one. I repaired it. I put a evaporator coil and a compressor in it I think 5 years ago, and now it's leaking again. But that cooler is in horrible shape. But I'm learning. I'm doing the best I can. But I got it up and running for now until she can figure out if they're going to replace it or look for the leak, what they're going to do. But anyways, that's what I got for you guys today. So hope you like it. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Yeah, that's it. All right, I'm at my wife's restaurant. She has a cooler that is leaking, so I'm gonna charge it up. I got refrigerant here for all of her units. The thing really just needs replaced, but the owner doesn't replace things. He just charges it and fixes it and has as much money in it as it takes to buy a couple of them. So, but I'm gonna charge it up and clean the condenser coil and get it up and running. Alright, so it doesn't have shit in it. It's completely empty. So I'm on the way to the factory charge and see what that is. Also, the coil is filthy. The factory charge is 9 ounces. Screwing out. And we're going to weigh it in. Replace the compressor and the evaporator coil on this.
Nothing, you're fine. Thank you. You just keep doing your thing over there.
Okay.
Act like I'm not even here.
3 ounces in. 4 ounces. 5. I don't know what happened here. I didn't do all this mess. My company doesn't do refrigeration, but little bit. We obviously know it's got a leak somewhere. I'll have to come back and do a leak search on it. So we're gonna let that run for a little bit. I'll get my high side hooked up. So we're at 46-degree temperature, 18 psi, 53-degree suction line. This coil cleaned up, see how everything looks. Pretty easy. It hasn't worked, it's just on the surface of it. Coil. Factory charge isn't right because I put a really big filter dryer on here, and this capillary tubing isn't the right size either. This was like 5 years ago. I was just trying to figure things out, so you can't go completely off the factory charge. It's a little bit off, so I'll add just a little bit more to it. Alright, so this is where we're at. Just a little 2-door prep table. The top stays open on it pretty much all day, so it's going to maintain a pretty low temperature to be able to keep up with the top constantly being open. Get her by for right now. Alright, we're back at this one. It's not working. It's saying the thermostat doesn't do anything. Zach's turning it to heat so I can see what's going on.
Might have like a little wiggle.
Yeah, it shouldn't have that wiggle. If it wiggles.
Yeah, well, it might be how it trips.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's tripped.
But I had to check the power of the furnace to actually.
That's what we'll do. See if we got any voltage here. Nope, I do not. Shouldn't be tripping because of overamping or anything. So what is going on? swear, I think this may have rubbed out. I don't see anything there. Well. Where's the door? Wow. That's a 24-volt side, so that's not it. This wire is like smashed. That's my 24 volts, so it's not going to cause a breaker to trip. I mean, the contactor really shouldn't cause a breaker to trip. Maybe the fuse will pop if the coil's gone bad. I'm only pulling 44 amps. What am I missing? I need a infrared gun is what I need. I can look at this and see if it's getting really hot. It doesn't feel hot at the moment, but it did take a while before it tripped. I would turn it back off, let it go off, and then we'll do an inrush on it and see what it looks like. We'll do an inrush. You know, one of the heater kit could be going bad. And it's when it's touching just right, causing the breaker to trip. Go ahead and turn it back to heat. I'm about to pull the blower out and look at the heater kit. 49 amps on startup. Okay.
You got it.
Yeah. Pull it out of here. I don't see any brakes anywhere. Magic Lonnie's is messing with me. And I got a cramp in my leg. I don't see anything. Assuming that's good, I'll loosen that up and see what size it's supposed to be. .5, so capacitor is good.
Well, I told her between 4:35. I said, if you're not here or well, too bad. You weren't invited. Because when I lifted the lid, she looked at it, she said, ooh, let's have dinner.
Thing with the wires, they look fine. Look good to you?
Yeah, it's a crime. Probably the best heater kit I've ever seen.
One of these, one thing to check.
Give me ohm out the heater kit itself.
I mean, I already checked it.
Everything like 0.
Take the
Panel off.
panel off, and we'll see. Maybe something's going on with the breaker. Capacitor was good. I don't see any problems with any of the wires on the motor.
And it was just laying somewhere in the room. And David took it and hit it. When they went back to get it, she said, what's the remote? It's laying there. He hit it.
I really knows how to tighten it.
I don't know, that might be a... I'll have to look at that contactor. Maybe that's a 30 amp contactor and that's what's messing with it.
Yeah.
This is the one for the furnace. You fit that through a 1/2 inch connector?
Yeah. It's kind of...
Pinched.
Wow. For some reason, I'm gonna need to tape it, so there might be some bull crap in there.
That's not our problem. I never have to call an electrician for that.
Oh wow. Didn't know they made it for that one.
I'm afraid to touch anything in here because it's so...
There's a lot more tape than I'm comfortable with.
I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on there. But this... I mean, it's in. So...
Can you have that out?
No. It either works or it doesn't. So... now let's put the door back on.
Really tightened everything as all the way.
Yeah, I don't know where they found this guy at. It's been a friend of a friend of a friend of a brother of a friend.
Yeah, it was a friend of a buddy of someone's cousin.
Okay, well, put the door back on, and that's about all I can really check that I know of. It's got 3 screws on the right side and 1 on the left side.
Guess that's as far as it goes.
No,
Kind of looks like it.
it's not. Pull it out.
I can see where the dust is up.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that is as far as it goes. My bad.
You said 1 on the left, 3 on the right.
3 on the right, 1 on the left. And they should be right behind you. Just stand up and nail down on this sideways. It's a lot easier. Full load amps 30. I wonder if that contactor's kicking it, because we're pulling 40. I don't know, I've never had that happen before. Is the thermostat calling? Okay.
Calling now.
Three on that side. 21 on that side. Look at my contactor. I don't think I have the right contactor on here, to be honest. You guys see what I have?
You ever done?
I got the Klein one right here. I can feel it on my hand. Yeah. Some degrees. They're all in the 70s and 80s. That one's 85. That's the same as. Yeah, I don't know. We can go look and see if we can find a different style contactor and see if that helps. can't see that 4 amps making that big of a difference on that contactor though.
Where's the schematics?
86 degrees, 83 degrees, 79, 78, 78,
Shoots up to 90 something.
78, 79, 77, 76, 76, 77, 92, 95.
100. Yeah, it's
Alright, turn it off. And I'll flip this off.
Jesus Christ.
We can go look at the contactors and see, but I don't think that's going to cause that. I don't know, I've never had this issue before. Alright, so we got a contactor that's the RES on it is 50. The one we got in there is 40. And I'm also going to check the lugs on the breaker in the box to make sure they are tight, because they had a whole new box put in, and I don't know why I didn't think of that at the time. So we're going to try that and see if that's why the breaker is getting so hot.
These screws took out so fast. Mark's gonna split us up.
So the RES is for any kind of resistive heat load, like heat strips. Pulling 44 amps. And the one in there is a 40, so I'm gonna put this one in, it's a 50. And we're gonna check the connections here, see if they're tight. But they're probably not tight. Oh my god, look at that one. I don't think it's tightened down at all. Okay. Get that tightened down. Just to make them happy. I will. That goes to a wire nut. That goes to this ground here. That's tight. Okay. Alright, so loose connections will definitely cause heat. I'm still putting the breaker in just as a precautionary thing. Pull this contactor out. Knocked them out. Come on, screw. Where'd you go? Are you kidding me?
Right there?
No, it fell back behind it. Behind the thing. Okay. I'm gonna pull off both of these. And both of these.
It's crazy.
What?
I drink some coffee, my heart rate goes down.
A little strange.
Caffeine addiction is real.
Oh my God.
Come on. You can get it in there. Okay. One of my screws already. Lost the other one. I'm sure I have one here that'll work somewhere. Let me see my drill. I'm gonna use, or if you can find that magnet on the side of my bag too, that'll work. I should have a magnet on the side of my bag somewhere. Yeah, little tiny magnet. No, actual magnet. Right beside the Phillips head. There we go. Where's the other hole at? Right there.
So is it guys' night tonight?
Not tonight, you gotta close tonight. And I'll make this easy to get to. We're good there. Pretty sure I got the breaker off, just to be safe. How many times am I going to knock this thing over? Okay, see the RES on this is 40, and technically I'm pulling 44 amps. So we're just going to change it to be safe. Better safe than sorry. Plus, I've already had my hands all over this unit now, so.
I've been wiping everything down with a rag. I wasn't here.
Alright. So got all that hooked up. Turn the power back on and let it run for a minute and see how the breaker looks.
Ready?
Make sure these are tight. Make sure these don't pop out on me or something. I'll go ahead and go over here and make sure these are tight. Which they are. All right, now I'm ready.
Gonna do this shits and giggles.
Okay. Go ahead and turn it to heat so we can let it run for a little bit. Contactor. Should be good there. Tighten the lugs down on the breaker itself. So we'll let it run for a little bit and see how it looks. And we're not up in the 90s anymore. So it's dropping, so it should be good to go. And we'll call it good. Let them know if it trips again, they need to call the electrician.